Charles.
This is for you.
Hey, thanks.
Now can I play?
No.
I think God has blessed me a great deal. I'm one of the luckiest people in the world.
All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. NBA Inside Stuff edition. You all ready for some inside stuff? I am. All right, let's freaking do this. Today, we have a random one. This is just titled NBA Inside Stuff 1994, and I saw a picture of Charles Barkley as a thumbnail, and I figured, good enough. I know we haven't done this one yet. Let's do it, because the whole idea has always been just a random NBA Inside Stuff episode, and eventually this is gonna run out because I don't see that many episodes online on YouTube. So I'm gonna enjoy this journey while we can. In case you guys don't know, attempting at least every time it's the end of the month, the last day of the month, we are just heading back to nostalgic stuff. So we did the entire NBA 90s like miniseries or whatever you want to call it, and as well as accompanied with episodes of NBA Inside Stuff. And now we are on to NBA 80s, and today I reacted to the very first part of that miniseries. Anyways, everybody, I'm going to link this episode down below. This is from a channel called Hoops History 26, and that's going to be in the description box for you guys, as well as a list of channel members is going to be in there. And once again, 2 new members today. Shaun The Navigator, thank you. JadenSmithEyes, thank you very much for jumping on board. I appreciate you all. And I think that's all I got to say. Let's do it. As always, guys, I want to try to preface this. If you have any audio glitches or anything like that go on in this reaction, please understand it's just so the video doesn't get blocked. So I'm going to do my best, but they do use copyrighted music in these episodes, so it's dicey waters to get a reaction like this posted. But I will do my best, but just please understand if you hear any audio glitches or a visual glitch for a second or something, that's probably what's going on. It's YouTube eating the video.
He's the emotional, intense, confident leader of the Phoenix Suns.
I'm a bad dog who's only concerned about winning.
Basketball's most dashing superstar.
I wish it would have happened,
Don't
Chuck.
you agree?
Who's never afraid to tell it like it is.
We're not all supposed to be alike. We're not all supposed to think alike.
Thank you.
Check this out.
Sounds like the messaging I was talking about a couple days ago. Yeah, we're not supposed to be a hive mind. No way.
Killer crossover. 4. What's up?
What's up?
The second down.
You like my hat?
3. Jordan on the drive.
Jam.
Did someone say jam session?
Here comes
Baby Jordan.
2, 1. Let's go.
Hold on, folks. Buckle up. Bang.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Oh my God, the resolution is so bad. Hold up. Nope, this is it, you guys. I'm
this
sorry.
NBA Inside Stuff special. It is all about a man known as Sir Charles of the Phoenix Suns.
Yes, sir.
Actually, his name is Charles Barkley, and my name is Ahmad Rashad.
And I'm Will
Charles
Obey. You'll
Broccoli.
see how this small-town kid from Alabama has become one of the world's most celebrated athletes. And it's not only his outstanding career, but also his outrageous personality that makes Charles unique.
You'll hear what he has to say about his life, his image, and just about any other topic on his mind. Plus, we'll have a special Charles Barkley jam session.
Oh, nice.
Now in his 10th season, Sir Charles has always been
Get
one
ready for some two-hand jams.
of the NBA's premier players. But when he was traded to Phoenix in June of 1992, it marked a new beginning for his career.
Yeah.
It was the start of what Charles has called the greatest year of his life.
It's funny. I'd never really thought about this until just a second. Charles Barkley came to the Suns. He won MVP his first year as a Phoenix Sun. So did Steve Nash. Yes, I know Steve Nash was technically drafted from the Suns, but I'm talking like he went to Dallas, then he got traded. He ended up signing with Phoenix, MVP first year. I wonder how many other players have won MVP on their first year with a new team.
Barkley's year included an Olympic gold medal and a goodbye to the Philadelphia 76ers. It shifted into high gear with his arrival in Phoenix as the Suns' new superstar.
Yep.
I am a member of the Phoenix Suns, and I am happy.
I'd like to introduce you to a new employee who will be joining us today.
I'm Chuck.
Are you ready?
And Charles didn't take long to make his impact felt in Phoenix.
Not at all.
From day one,
We were so excited. Yeah, from day one, we were freaking so excited to have Charles here. We were right on the verge of being a contender, going into the playoffs, where we're competing in the playoffs year after year, just can't get over the hump. Charles Barkley was the guy we needed. It should have happened. It should have happened. We should have won one.
And Charles didn't take long to make his impact felt in Phoenix.
From day one, we had the best record in the league and just kept it going. And it was just an unbelievable feeling to be that good all year.
Yeah.
In Barkley,
We were
the Suns
consistent.
found not only a gifted player, but also a new spiritual leader.
His personality is overwhelming. His confidence just exudes and really permeates through the whole team.
He loves to play basketball. He has fun in his job.
Yeah,
And
let's be real. It would be a blast to play with Charles Barkley, especially when he was in his prime like this. It would have been so fun to be on his team.
I think that's contagious.
Yeah, the joy.
And Barkley is juiced.
Damn, this is low def.
What a man, what a man, what a man.
What a broccoli man.
As he lifted his team to new heights, he also gained recognition as the league's MVP.
Don't block my video.
I didn't all of a sudden become great when I got traded to Phoenix. I was great all those other years. It meant a lot to me because they were saying, hey, you're a great player and you've done a hell of a job. It was just a great honor.
From the Suns, Barkley across the timeline.
But rather than focus on individual honors, Charles devoted himself to team success.
If I just do my thing, they gonna make me look good, I'm gonna make them look good.
Yeah.
Because if you're a great player, man, the game is so easy. And the better players you play with, the game is even easier.
I'm just gonna pause for a second. Just maybe that'll help not get the video in trouble.
Barkley's memorable season ended in disappointment, a narrow defeat in the finals. But it only served to fuel his competitive fire
Look at this guy.
for what could be his final run at the title.
Like last year, getting to the finals I think was good enough. This year, we got to win the World Championship or we're wasting time.
Yeah.
If you're a professional athlete, the only thing that really matters is winning. Money doesn't matter, and endorsement.
Wait, can we hear that again? Because I think in 2025, most people have forgotten this. The whole point of why people get on this basketball court in front of thousands of people and play this silly game. Why do we do it, Chuck?
If you're a professional athlete, the only thing that really matters is winning.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think a lot of people need that reminder.
Money doesn't matter, endorsements don't matter. It's just fun when you win. It's that simple.
While last season was a lot of fun for
Facts.
Charles, this year has been more of a struggle. But despite being hampered by injuries, he's still among the league's leaders in scoring and rebounding and was the leading vote getter for the All-Star game.
Besides,
If I remember correctly, this year was the year we got eliminated by Houston, and it was also the Mario Ellie kiss of death. If you don't know what it is, look it up. I don't want to watch it ever. I never wanted to watch it ever again.
being last year's most valuable player, Charles may have been the most visible as well. Throughout the season, his fame and popularity soared.
Yep.
He was winning new fans and capturing the media spotlight, appearing in movies, TV shows, and commercials. It was all part of a serious case of Barkley mania.
Yeah, it also helped that Michael Jordan retired. It was perfect timing. Barkley wins the MVP. He goes head-to-head against Jordan. Jordan wins, and then he retires. Who's the next guy on our mind? Sir Charles.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man we all know and
But
love,
who actually rose to the occasion in this opportunity? Hakeem Olajuwon.
Charles Barkley.
I think it started with the Olympics. I think that brought me to the forefront.
Okay, I'm going to say a controversial thing, but I don't care because I've watched it a dozen times, and I lived it at the time in '92. Charles Barkley was actually the best performing player on that dream team. He was the hungriest of everyone. Everyone else did their thing. It was beautiful basketball. Charles Barkley played his butt off, man. So I knew him coming to Phoenix.
Being in the limelight, because you kind of feel like you're on
Big
stage
deal.
all the time. You never get a break, mentally or physically. It's always something to do.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Wow, I remember this.
Makes the court like a ring.
As the
Remember Shut Up and Jam basketball?
league's most sought-after pitchman, Charles found himself playing spokesman almost as much as playing basketball.
I am not a role model.
That part kind of shook me up a little bit because I felt like I had been doing a lot of stuff, but in the last...
Wait, what?
Kind of shook me up a little bit because I felt like I had been doing a lot of...
What? What's this? The Charles Barkley Show. Was this a thing? Let me know if you guys know. I don't remember the Charles Barkley Show.
Stuff, but in the last year or so, man, it just kind of all just like boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Barkley.
No matter how much success you have, every time you go to the next level, it's still mind-boggling.
Wow, it's Charles Barkley.
I know his mom's name and his grandmother's name. I know him. Trust me. I'm the most dedicated fan ever.
When you go places and everybody knows who you are, it's still kind of mind-boggling.
This is my man right here. The greatest player ever. You don't believe me. You don't believe me.
I appreciate
Man, I miss the old Suns gear. Had that old logo.
Newfound exposure, Charles found himself being mobbed by admiring fans more so than ever before in his career.
I told you, we freaking loved him here.
Fans appreciate guys who work hard and who gets mad if something doesn't go right, who gets excited if something goes right.
He's accountable.
And I think that's the way it should be.
Isn't this great? This is what a big-time star does all day.
He was accountable from day one. He came here, he said he's going to put everyone on his back, carry us to a championship. He said it was on him. When we didn't win, he said it was on him. We lost because Michael Jordan was just better than him. And you couldn't ask for anything more. Not one bit. Didn't make any excuses, nothing. It just didn't work out.
Charles.
This is for you.
Hey, thanks.
Now can I play?
No.
I think God has blessed me a great deal. I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. Even in your wildest, conceited dreams, you never expect to reach the level I have reached.
Fair
After
enough.
dominating basketball and
Fair
starring
enough.
in showbiz, what's next for Charles? Well, he has his eye on politics. When his playing days are over,
Wow.
he plans to run for governor of Alabama.
No way. Wow. He took a very different turn by ending up being part of the media.
That could be interesting because he says he's been influenced politically by Rush Limbaugh and Jesse Jackson.
You know, knowing Charles, Alabama is not big enough. Charles should be the president of someplace way away from here. No, actually, Charles is a person.
Someplace I've never heard of political correctness.
He's a person who loves people. As much as people love Charles, Charles returns that love, and I think that's what gets that whole love affair going.
That's fair. That's fair. I could see him like being a city mayor and being like a really beloved city mayor because he'd rally behind the people and the people would rally behind him. That I could see. I would never want to see him be like on a big scale political platform because then like that honest, genuine Charles Barkley that we all know and love, it would have to dissolve.
Well, we're just getting started on our Charles Barkley special, so don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, well, I didn't know this was going to be all about Barkley. This is pretty cool.
I want even more than a Super Bowl ring, the inside stuff.
Coming up at Rewind, we'll see where Charles is watching the big game and why he's not singing the national anthem. And later, we'll hear Charles on Charles.
Where I'm from, if somebody asks you a question, you tell them the truth.
Now that's the inside stuff.
All right, so let it get up in the air.
Charles Barkley's road to success has taken him through Philadelphia, Phoenix, and Barcelona. But the place that may have shaped his life the most is the small town of Leeds, Alabama. That's where he grew up back in the days when he still had a full head of hair.
He also had a few extra pounds and seemed an unlikely candidate for stardom.
Why don't we just rip Charles for a while? It's his own special, but we can rip him for a little bit.
No, it's fair though, because I mean, coming into the league, it was so unlikely he'd be such a superstar, and somehow he did it. You know, after the first like 100 times of seeing this like really overweight dude jump off of 2 feet and he's flying in the freaking air, jumping up like 40 inches off the ground. It's like, okay, this guy's just different, dude.
Youngster, Charles showed the work ethic that's made him such a force in the NBA.
Oh, look at Chuck.
Though the face is unmistakably the real Charles Barkley, as a young man, he bore little resemblance to the outspoken superstar we know today.
He was shy growing up. He was just, he was quiet.
He was on the chubby side, and he was just about as chubby, as tall as he was chubby.
Brought up by his maternal grandmother in tiny Leeds, Alabama, he gained a strong sense of values.
We didn't have a lot, but we never went without. So that's probably the greatest thing that I learned from him. Just do whatever it takes to make yourself successful.
With that lesson in mind, Charles began to play basketball as a way to provide for his future.
In high school, my number one priority in life is to make life easier on my mother and grandmother.
Yeah, respect.
So I'm thinking, just go to college for free, because if I didn't get a scholarship, I wouldn't have been able to go to college.
At a pudgy 5'10", Barkley knew that attracting college recruiters wouldn't be easy.
You know, a lot of Saturday nights when the other boys would be out going to dances and things, Charles would be down on the basketball court, right down the street, bouncing a basketball.
Sure paid off.
By his senior year, he had shot up to almost 6'5", and putting his hard-earned skills to work, he led his team to the state semifinals and would be rewarded with a full scholarship to Auburn University, where he would continue to bloom and help put football-dominated Auburn on the basketball map.
Oh, there goes Barkley. Look out for this one. Here comes
I mean, look at it. Look at him get up.
Are you kidding me?
He took them from a no-name program to a team that was a legitimate contender to win an NCAA championship. All it takes is one marquee player to turn a program around, and Charles Barkley was that player.
With his gigantic frame and his explosive style, Barkley quickly became a national
Freaking
sensation.
guys running fast breaks even back then. Look at him.
Hello, I'm Charles Barkley, Auburn Tigers. Here are a few of my nicknames. The Bread Truck, the Love Boat, Food World, the
Crisco Kid,
which is my second favorite, the Wide Loafing League, Town of Fun, the Good Time Blimp. And my favorite is the Round Mound of Rebound.
That's the one. That's the timeless one. The Round Mound of Rebound right there. And obviously Sir Charles.
As a junior, he would be named Player of the Year, solidifying his position as a top NBA prospect. Charles had accomplished his goals.
Get out of here.
His mother and grandmother would never have to worry about providing for the family again.
That's awesome.
Auburn was just great. I owe them a great deal, but they gave me a chance. That's all the world owes you, is a chance.
Charles made the most of that chance after.
Dude, what a line.
Have to worry about providing for the family again.
Auburn was just great. I owe them a great deal, but they gave me a chance. That's all the world owes you, is a chance.
Dude, dropping just wisdom bombs, man. That's perfect. Yeah. That's all we're owed is an opportunity. And if we get it, the rest is up to you. I really like that. I dig
Charles
it.
made the most of that chance. After leaving Auburn, he played well at the 1984 Olympic trials and raised his stock in the NBA draft. Later that year, Philadelphia made him the 5th overall pick.
Well, Barkley, or should I say Crisco Kid, Good Time Blimp, Love Boat, Wide Load from Leeds, Bread Truck, or Tunnel. I love all those nicknames.
They're great.
Anyway, whatever name you call him, he's played the game with a style all his own. It's a style that's not only made him a superstar, but also made him a lot of fun to watch.
I kind of wish we just called him Bread Truck, dude. That's a freaking epic name. Bread Truck.
I've seen many sides of Sir Charles, the entertainer, the enforcer, the prankster, even the singer. So here are some of his moments to remember in this special edition of Rewind.
This is great.
Dreams come true with my new shoe.
Nike Max.
That's not what I want to say. Rewind.
Hey, any of you guys ever owned Nike Max? I didn't.
Well, we don't have a lot of plays. Only plays we got is get the ball to me somehow.
Hey, and that play seems to work every time.
Barkley for 3!
Boom!
Oh, no! Barkley fakes, throws up a three-point.
What a wild shot.
Oh, brother! Oliver Miller underneath, off the backboard. Oh, he said score the basket! Jake says score the basket!
Yeah, in his Phoenix years, Charles was actually really clutch.
But he can't seem to hide his other side. The part of him that gets in a foul mood and ruffles a few feathers.
A couple times I just threw people out the way and was fortunate they didn't call it. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Charles will pull no punches and give no ground.
Ooh.
Those who challenge him usually pay the price.
Oh, I remember this.
Oops. Life is too short to take serious. We play basketball for a living. We can't be that serious. But I'll keep everybody loose.
Loose as a goose, and you might say.
This is the guy, Frank Johnson. He's the guy. I played against him twice. He, I handled my own 5-on-5 against him. We were guarding each other. That was great scrimmage. However, in front of my entire middle school, I know I've told this story, so I'll make it quick. It was asked who's the best one-on-one player in the school. He was doing a DARE program, like in the auditorium. I don't want to say speech, but a presentation. You know, he was doing a DARE thing against drugs. And he asked who's the best one-on-one player. My team nominated me to go up against him. He beat me 5-1. He schooled my ass. Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. We were about the same height, and my God, he can jump higher than me. He was stronger than me. He blocked my shot multiple times. He did it right in front of my whole school too, man. And then he took my shoes for the rest of the day. Different times, man. Different times.
Say, people have found themselves the butt of his jokes.
Charles Barkley's impersonation of Rick Mahorn.
But Charles and Rick are good friends. If they weren't, would Barkley do this? The man just never stops.
I work harder than anybody there is. I mean, there may be people who work just as hard, but nobody works harder than I do.
By the way, last thing I want to say about Frank Johnson. A lot of people don't remember him, but it did teach me the lesson that even a guy who's a backup point guard, because he was Kevin Johnson's backup point guard at that point, like even a backup, dude, forget about it. It was on a whole different level than where I was in the 8th grade.
Whether he's battling under the boards or chasing a loose ball, Charles goes all out all the time.
Damn.
His hustle has endeared him to fans around the league.
He's in the first row and he still gets the shot off, and he's kind enough to apologize to the woman he's sitting on right now. This is too much.
Man, the women in Phoenix loved Chuck.
Unbelievable.
Remember what we said about Charles?
Yeah.
Part entertainer, 100% basketball player.
Yeah.
Right now doing a little bit of both.
I thought he was a great entertainer until I heard him sing.
First of all, this is very, very embarrassing.
First of all,
sometimes I dream
that he is
me. Remember the Rose Bowl will win then.
Chuck. No, Chuck, no. Yeah.
I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Now, there are just a couple of things that are obvious from Rewind. One is that win, lose, or draw, I guess you can't draw, but win or lose, Barkley loves to play and always gives the fans their money's worth. His philosophy is that the game is supposed to be fun. The other thing that's apparent is that Charles cannot sing and should never again try to sing.
Agreed.
At least not in public.
But I do want to hear his opinion on those women in San Antonio.
Press that cinnamon any better than those dogs
You
did
know
at
you
the
don't.
end. You'll hear more from Charles talking, not singing, as our special continues right after this.
Still to come, Charles will give you an earful on the method to his madness.
I need that emotion to raise the level of my game.
And later, a special Sir Charles jam session.
Something special in the air right there.
It's
When I'm playing basketball, I just want to make sure that I'm having a good time.
And yeah, he shows emotion.
Just enjoy yourself.
There's a lot like Magic Johnson out there.
Now, not only is CB a perennial member of the All-Star team, he is also captain of the league's all-interview team. After every game, he's surrounded by cameras and reporters because he is the man of 1,000, maybe 10,000 quotes.
Even though he'll offer his views on anyone and anything, one of his favorite subjects is himself. So right now we figured we'd turn the floor over to Charles.
It's funny. And so this was in 1994. It is 31 years later, and people still want to hear what he has to say. Like, we still tune in. Speaking of which, that's over. Damn. NBA Inside Stuff. Well, I guess I'll see you on Disney ESPN next year. I don't imagine it's going to go well at all because they're going to try to control Chuck's what Charles says, and that doesn't fly with Charles at all.
People talk about winning. Winning has nothing to do with it. I hate losing more than I like winning.
Pressure. Can you take the heat, boy?
Pressure is when you're married and you got 4 kids and you get laid off. It's not a basketball game. If you got a wife and kids and you get laid off right before Christmas, that's pressure.
It's his game. Tell that to LeBron. Oh, this was epic. Right on Dave Robinson's head.
I think that's good. He's been a good player and a great player. I'll take any shot, anytime, anywhere. Yep. Somebody got to be the hero. Might as well be me.
I love it, dude. I love that attitude.
He shows emotion.
I had always played basketball on emotion because I need that emotion to raise the level of my game.
Look at him! Go ahead, Chuck!
If I'm on the court and I make a great play, I should be happy about that. If I make a bonehead play, I should be mad about that because I want to be good. I want to be great at what I do. I want to excel. That's what's wrong with so many people in this world. Very few people want to excel at what they do. Whether you're a garbage man, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, basketball player, whatever. You should want to excel at it and be the best at it.
Yeah. America! I agree. It's simple pride. Take pride in your craft.
We were there to represent our country. We wanted to prove, like none of those guys would say it public, but I will. We wanted to prove that America is the best in basketball. We wanted to beat them all by as many points we possibly could.
Yeah.
We're Americans. We're supposed to be the best.
I mean, we invented the game. Yeah, we should still feel that way, but there's a lot of separation now. Like, look, SGA just won MVP. When was the last time we had an American MVP in the NBA? For real.
Big three-point shot. Oh, Jordan from Johnson. Barkley.
Europe's where it's at.
I don't look at myself as the ambassador. I don't look at it like that. You know, when the president dies, the vice president just move up. I don't like that. I'm just a guy who got the most out of his ability.
Oh, so he's acknowledging it, yeah. Because Jordan stepped away, and then he ended up garnering all this attention. So he's referring to MJ as like the president, and then he's the VP taking over. That's, yeah. And it shouldn't just be handed to him, is what he's saying. I respect that.
And when you paid to see him play, he played hard every night. That's it. Simple.
With his candid opinion, Charles is often called controversial, but he takes issue with that. He says that what others call controversial, he calls telling the truth. You can see more of that interview as part of the upcoming home video called Sir Charles, due out this spring.
While Charles usually has a lot to say, his actions speak louder than his words, especially his slam dunks. So what we've done is we've put together some of his greatest slams ever, along with some wonderful music, and here they are in jam session.
Oh no, the music. Oh no. I can already see the copyright.
Dog.
Let's go.
Who's only concerned about winning.
Don't you know I'm loco?
This is Cypress Hill, isn't it? Oh, it was. Bang. Even some of his rebounds are epic. Oh, look at that. Look at that coast to coast, you guys. Some of you have no idea how good he was going coast to coast on a fast break, but look at this. This ain't even a fast break situation. Gotcha. 1, 2. Come, baby, come, baby, baby, come, come. Give me some. Don't block my video. Oh, blocking. Speaking of blocking. Bang.
Next week on Inside Stuff, we'll see Pooh Richardson giving something back to his old neighborhood.
Oh, wow. I told my mom I saw you, okay? Okay. All right.
And we'll find out if Portland's Clifford Robinson wears his game face off the court as well.
I scowl a little bit, but I try to enjoy the game.
It's not often that superstars like Charles Barkley are traded, but when he became available, the Phoenix Suns knew they had to have him because what they needed most was a franchise player.
The Suns were already a quality team, but it was Charles who took them to the next level. No one knows that better than his coaches and his teammates. From his first day in Phoenix, they all looked to Barkley as their new team leader.
That's crazy because Kevin Johnson, that is, and Tom Chambers, they've been around for a long time at that point with Phoenix. But we needed that next dude, that next level up.
When Charles came in, I showed him the arena, the new arena here. You see this beautiful, magnificent building? It was all built without your services.
Yeah, it was America West Arena at the time. I remember too, because we used to play out of the old Coliseum out here, and we had like state fairs out there, and it was we weren't that big. It's funny to think back now because now it's one of the biggest cities in the United States, but we were just on the up and up at that time in the 90s. And we went from an old Coliseum that was used for basically every event you can imagine to a nice new arena. And that was America West. And it's still there to this day. It's now called Footprint Center, I believe.
Came into the arena. I said, Charles, see all these seats? They will be full. And I want you to know something, Charles. You didn't put one person in the seats. Every seat was sold out before you ever got here.
Nice.
Now, look up there. What don't we have?
Banners.
Championship flag.
Yep.
That's what we want from Charles Barkley.
Dang.
And Barkley gladly accepted that challenge from the start.
That was Cotton Fitzsimmons, by the way, longtime Phoenix Suns coach.
He's the superstar of the team. He is willing to take that responsibility for wins and losses.
Steal. Here comes Barkley. And Sir Charles doing his thing. No question about it.
There's no secret that he's the guy that we're going to go to, and he's the guy that is going to carry our team.
3-on-2. It was always established.
Spikes the ball away.
Yeah, he absolutely thinks he's the best player on the floor and that he knows more than the referees, and that's just him. His will to win is Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
But for all the success he has achieved, his thirst for a title keeps him striving for more.
That's the only thing that drives me is the opportunity to win a world championship. I think if we're going to win it, we're going to have to win it this year.
To many, the pressure of a do-or-die year might seem unbearable, but Barkley has a different perspective.
But I don't look at it like everybody else. I don't look at myself as like a failure because we didn't win the world championship. If the worst thing can happen to me is I can lose the basketball game, I got a great life.
And with that attitude, he's able to both relentlessly pursue his goal and enjoy doing it.
Not gonna lie here. Like, we really expected to win a championship this year because Jordan was gone. The Bulls were no longer a threat, and it was the only reason we lost was Jordan's 41 PPG in the finals. So that guy's gone, right? But once again, freaking Houston, freaking Hakeem Olajuwon, man, rising up to prove that he's one of the greatest of all time. Had to be right then and there. Couldn't have been a different year.
He's just a guy that loves life, loves sports, loves his job, and makes everyone else's job a lot more fun.
And whether he gets a championship or not, it is that joy that is perhaps his greatest gift.
I look at this as a ride, like a great ride. I'm just going to have fun. Whatever happens, deal with it.
Not only has it been a great ride for Charles, it's been a great ride for all of the fans who've had the pleasure of watching him over the years, and I have really enjoyed watching him too.
Yeah, me too.
And we'd like to thank all of you for watching this special edition of Inside Stuff. We'll see you back here at our regular time next Saturday.
Stay tuned now for Atlanta 96 here on NBC, followed by Super Bowl Live.
Oh.
So long, everybody.
Okay, so wait, this was Saturday, right? Was this Saturday? Is that what they said? Hold up.
Stay tuned now for Atlanta
edition of Inside Stuff. We'll see you back here at our regular time next Saturday.
Next Saturday. Okay. So,
so long, everybody.
What does that mean? So this is the day before the Super Bowl then? That's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, I didn't know this was going to be all about Charles Barkley. So for those who weren't interested, I mean, it is what it is. My bad. But you know me by now, like, I don't sift through a video. to like check it out, because I feel like that wouldn't be a genuine reaction if I knew the contents of the video and I knew what was going to happen next. So, you know, sometimes I just roll with it, and sometimes the results can vary. This is one of those situations. But for those of you who do appreciate Charles Barkley, hopefully you had a really good time, because I enjoyed this a lot. And Charles Barkley, man, I mean, I know he didn't get it done, like he didn't get his championship and all, but in my mind, he's still a champ. Him along with guys like Karl Malone, even though you're a creep, but what you did on the court, like, you're still a champion to me. John Stockton, guys like this, that it's like Reggie Miller. You might not have won it, but in my heart, you're a champ. And Charles Barkley, considering how famous he is and how, like, this was just the beginning. He's gotten even more famous as a person in sports media. He's way more famous now than he's ever been, so it keeps going up and up. But what I respect about Charles so much is that the more famous he gets, the more adamant he is about being real, honest, and, you know, just legit, authentic, genuine, all these things. He refuses to sacrifice any of that. And I kind of feel like that's why this whole year he's been throwing punches at ESPN, knowing he's going to work for them eventually. I think he's probably just like feeling it out. Like, what are my repercussions going to be if I do this? Because I'm going to do this regardless. You know, you'll have to like kick me out or terminate my contract, because he is going to speak his mind and say what he believes to be true. And that includes ESPN. So if you got like First Take talking about some stupid stuff in the morning, and you've got Inside the NBA coming on ESPN later on that night because they're hosting a game, you know Charles is going to bring it up and call him out. So I don't honestly think this relationship's going to work. And we'll see what Charles does next. I'm just assuming at this point, but I don't think he's going to be happy with ESPN. And at this point, Charles has made so much money, and he can go anywhere he wants and get paid. So I don't think he's gonna really volunteer for this type of limitation. But also he's got the rest of his crew, you know, Ernie, Shaq, Kenny. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but it was weird being like halfway through this reaction and realizing it's over, because they're not going to be around for the NBA Finals. So it's done. Damn. All right, you guys, I am out of here for tonight. It's the end of the month. Tomorrow, back to it. So it was a fun little distraction for a day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did. And tomorrow we'll see what comes. But yeah, I'm out of here. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you haven't done it yet. I'd appreciate it. Dislike it if you hated it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. Be good to your people. Love your loved ones. Take care of everything you need to do. And most importantly, be water, my friends. Peace out.